Speaklance English, everyday English podcast.
Have you ever experienced this? You're in a meeting. Someone asks you a simple question in English. You understand everything, but when it's your turn to speak, your mind goes completely blank. Have you ever avoided small talk before a meeting because you were afraid your English might sound wrong?
Your heart starts beating faster. You begin translating in your head. And suddenly, you say something very short or nothing at all.
If this has happened to you, you are not alone.
And today, we are going to fix that step by step. Not with complicated grammar, not with memorization, but by teaching you how to think and respond naturally.
Before we begin, we really want to know something about you. Where are you listening from today? Which country? And what are you doing right now?
Maybe right now you're listening while working, or cooking in the kitchen, or resting after a long day, or commuting on the bus, or working night shift, or studying in your room, or maybe even trying to sleep.
When we read your comments, it honestly makes us so happy. It reminds us that we're not just talking into a microphone. We're speaking to real people around the world who are trying to grow. Because when you comment, we don't just see a name. We see a real learner, a real story.
So please, take a moment and comment below. Your country, what you were doing while listening, and one English problem you want to fix. We read everything.
Yes, we really do. And today's episode is special because we are not just talking about small talk. We're solving the real problems that stop you from speaking. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jack. And this is Everyday English Podcast. If you want to speak naturally and confidently in real life, subscribe and stay with us. Let's begin.
Jack, let's start with something very real. Most learners don't stay silent because they don't know English. They stay silent because they're afraid.
Yes, afraid of making mistakes. Afraid people will laugh. Afraid of grammar errors. Afraid of wrong pronunciation.
Exactly. And here's the truth. Native speakers make mistakes too. But learners think, if I make one mistake, people will judge me.
Well, let me say something important. Making mistakes is not the real problem. Staying silent is the problem. Because when you stay silent, you don't grow.
Right. For example, a learner might say, I am working here since 2 years. That's wrong. But instead of staying silent, say it. Then improve it. The correct sentence is, I have been working here for 2 years. See? It's fixable.
And honestly, people at work care more about clarity than perfection. If your message is clear, you're already successful.
So here's what you can say in your head instead of, what if I make a mistake? Say, let me try. That small change reduces fear.
Okay, Anna, imagine this. You're in a meeting room. The meeting hasn't started yet. Everyone is waiting. Silence. This is where learners panic.
Yes. They think, what do I say? Should I speak? What if I say something strange? So they look at their phone.
Exactly. But small talk doesn't need to be deep. You can say, has it been a busy week for you? That's simple.
Or, are you working on any interesting projects these days? That sounds natural and professional.
Now let's fix a common mistake. Many learners say, what are you doing? That sounds too direct in professional settings. Instead say, what are you working on these days? It sounds smoother.
Yes, I agree. Small changes make a big difference. And if someone answers you, don't just say, okay. Follow up. Oh, that sounds interesting. How is it going? That keeps conversation alive. Another big issue is introducing your job. Learners say, I am just a sales executive. I am only a junior staff. Why just? Why only?
Yes, remove those words. They reduce your confidence. Instead say, I work as a sales executive. I'm part of the marketing team. I handle customer communication. That sounds confident.
And when someone asks, "What do you do?" don't give a one-word answer. Expand slightly. Not long, just one extra sentence. For example, "I work in HR. I mainly handle recruitment and employee coordination." Now you sound professional.
This one is very important. Learners pretend to understand, but they don't.
Yes, and that creates bigger problems. Instead of saying yes when confused, say, "Sorry, could you explain that again?" Or, "Do you mean?" Then repeat what you understood.
Exactly. For example, do you mean the deadline is next Monday? That shows you're engaged.
And remember, asking for clarification is not weakness. It's professionalism. Jack, let's talk about accent. This one hurts learners deeply.
Yes. They think my accent is bad. But accent is identity. Clarity matters more than sounding American or British.
Exactly. Instead of trying to change your accent completely, focus on speaking slower, clear pronunciation, pausing naturally. Confidence changes how your voice sounds.
You know what I notice? Work confidence and life confidence are connected. If you speak confidently at work, you start speaking confidently everywhere.
Yes, in meetings, in interviews, even in casual conversations. Confidence grows step by step. This is huge. Learners think in their native language, then translate. That makes speaking slow.
Right. Instead of translating full sentences, train yourself to think in simple English, not complex. Simple. For example, instead of thinking, "I will express my dissatisfaction," say, "I'm not happy with this." Shorter, faster, natural. Conversation stops when learners answer too short. How was your weekend? Good. Finished.
Instead say, "It was good. I spent some time with my family." Add one small detail. That keeps conversation moving. And if you don't know what to say next, ask, "What about you?" That keeps flow natural. If you've been silent before, if you've been nervous, if you've avoided meetings, we understand. But staying silent won't build fluency. Speaking imperfect English builds fluency.
Yes, I completely agree. Progress is messy. Confidence comes after action, not before.
Okay, listeners, let's practice. Imagine you're before a meeting. Say this aloud. "Has it been a busy week for you?" Pause. Now respond to this. "I work in marketing. I handle social media campaigns." Say something natural back. Pause the podcast if needed. Practice builds confidence.
If you want to sound more professional, avoid very casual fillers like "you know," like, too much. Replace them with pauses. Pauses sound confident.
And instead of saying, "I think maybe we can," say, "I suggest we." Stronger, clearer. Before we finish, tell us, which country are you listening from? What were you doing while listening? And which problem today felt most real for you? Your comment helps us create better episodes.
Yes, and if today's episode helped you even a little, subscribe to Everyday English Podcast, because confidence is not built in one episode. It's built step by step.
Keep speaking. Keep trying. And remember, you don't need perfect English. You need brave English. You need consistent practice. And we'll practice together.
See you in the next episode.